Hello again, STRUCKTLF. Here I am with another Struck list video for the month of May. This one is dedicated to two-dimensional 2D low profile, not so well known, not so popular games, as I like to call them, underdog 2D titles. And it will be covering 13 titles in total for the Struck list video for those 2D low profile titles for the month of May. They will be from various genres. We've got RPGs, we've got action games, we've got turn-based games, we've got roguelite, and so on. The variety is pretty solid yet again. What is the thing that they have in common is that they're all either two-dimensional or in some cases 2.5D. And the list will be in chronological order based on the release date. We'll be starting with games releasing at the beginning of the month and gradually go to games releasing at the end of the month or games that have May as a release date. So it may release in May, but it may not be in May. It might be just a temporary date, but there's only one such title this time around. So all of the rest of them, the remaining 12, will be releasing in May. So I hope this video helps you save some time when looking for games and give you some ideas of what to keep on your wish list and what to follow on Steam and other platforms. Buckle up, strap up, and let's go. First on this list is a game called C.A.R.D.S and Guns, developed and published, self-published by Family Devs. There is a free downloadable demo on Steam, so if it looks like your kind of game, which is kind of vampire survivors type of game with roguelite, bullet hell, reverse bullet hell, bullet heaven, whatever you want to call it, that type of genre. So if it looks like your kind of game, try the demo. It's free on Steam, and the game will be only on Steam as far as I can tell. The release date is the 2nd of May 2024. And the game is described in this way. Cards and Guns is a top-down arena shooter roguelite, where you have to defeat hordes of creatures. Choose from a variety of cards and upgrades to create unique builds and survive to the end. There are 3 different game modes, which would be Classic, Survivors, and Infinite. There's new cards, characters, power-ups, endless replayability, world ranking, accessibility options, and materials and cards to get upgrades from a shop. If it's your cup of tea, wishlist follow, try the demo and see for yourself. Next on the list is a game called Undead Inc. or Undead Incorporated. Undead Inc. is a high risk, high reward resource management simulator where you establish and manage a local subsidiary of the Endswell Medical Corporations. So think of Umbrella Corp, that kind of corporation. So build, manage staff, conduct research, and trade in both cutting edge medical treatments and bleeding edge bioweapons. So you have the regular company on the front, but then behind closed doors, you're actually doing some bioweapon research and stuff. If Undead Inc. Seems like your kind of game, is releasing on the 2nd of May 2024, developed by Rightsized Games and published by Team 17. So you're establishing your corp, eventually you're expanding it, and eventually you're extracting stuff. There's building, staff management, resource management, research, roguelike, game loop, and various different directions the game can take you on your playthrough. Seems fun. If it's your kind of game, do the usual stuff, wishlisting, following, and waiting for the release. There isn't much information for the next game. Almost Dungeon is the name. It's releasing on the 3rd of May 2024. It's developed by Almost Studio and published by Rubica sub-info game. This Rubica place is actually an institute or whatever you want to call it, academy for developers. So this game is most likely one of the projects the people who are studying there have created. It's described in this way. Almost Dungeon reverses the roles by making you play a dragon protecting his dungeon. Arrange the corridors into a labyrinth of your liking and fool the adventurer who dares to enter your lair. Place traps in his way as fast as possible to get rid of him before he finds and slays you. So it's an interesting mechanic. It's an interesting mix of grid-based movement, top-down looks. You have some medieval fantasy kind of themes, and you have card game mechanics as well. Um, Not sure if this game will be paid or free. It being a student project, it might actually end up being free. You never know. But it looks interesting. It looks fun enough for me to include it in this video. So hopefully, if it is paid, they don't overprice it, and hopefully it goes well with that game because it's very interesting. The next game is called Brocula. Yeah, it's between Bro and Dracula. Brocula. Published and developed by Destroyer Dogo. The game is actually available as a demo currently on Steam, but it will be releasing also not just on Steam but on Xbox, XS1, and PlayStation 5 and 4 on the 9th of May 2024. Embark on an enchanting journey as Brocula, a vampire awakening after centuries. Earn money through part-time jobs. Explore the town. Salvage your castle and enhance your vampire skills. Unleash your dark reputation, amass fortunes, and shape your immortal legacy. If it sounds like your kind of wife sim cozy management game, Brocula is there as a demo. Try it. Hopefully you like it. Next on this list is a game called Astral Rift, releasing on the 15th of May 2024. Developed and self-published by Nathan Wood. And it's described in this way: fight and explore your way through randomly generated dungeons full of hordes of dangerous enemies and powerful bosses to recover the lost astral shards and save the world from spatial collapse. Expand your arsenal and brew potent potions, pardon me, as you grow into the strongest adventurer. So yeah, if it sounds like your kind of game, definitely try it out. I'm digging the retro pixelish 2D art. It looks like it will be fun for various people. It has roguelite mechanics, has old school looks, and hopefully it's fun enough, creative enough. Visually, it's capturing that retro vibe. You can craft and upgrade a wide array of potions and weapons to enhance your playstyle. You can put your reflexes and precision to the test against a wide variety of dungeon enemies and rift bosses. And there's all sorts of enemies to interact with, all sorts of dungeons to go to. So it on paper it has it all. Whether it will be fun enough, time will tell. Next up is a game called Norland, not to be mistaken with Norfolk. Releasing on the 16th of May 2024, developed by Long Jaunt and published by Hooded Horse. Norland might be, to those you familiar with Norfolk, it's similar to Norfolk, but in its own way it stands out. Meet your noble family in this medieval colony sim facing off against class conflict, religious struggle, and political treachery. Tend to your people's needs. Uncover the lost knowledge of a fallen empire and engage in nefarious plots against your enemies. 16th of May 2024 is the release date. And yeah, if it looks like your kind of colony base building sim, then Norland might be something you want to keep an eye out on by wishlisting, following, and hoping that it's well priced. Hooded Horse normally don't overprice their games. I've worked with them. They've sent me keys for games over the years. And I've noticed that if one thing they do right is pricing for those small projects. So hopefully this one is as successful as some of the others. Next up is a game called Battle for the Crystals. Developed and self-published by Take Care Studios. Releasing on the 21st of May 2024 on Steam only, as far as I can find information. Prepare for a relentless battle in Battle for the Crystals, homage to the classic multi-directional shooters that demand skill and strategic prowess. Combining action RPG and auto battle mechanics, Battle for the Crystals brings you minimalistic, yet challenging fantasy battlefields. So yeah, it's Act is a difficult game, also twin stick shooter as you can tell. It's got that retro Vampire Survivors kind of vibe, but it's a lot more than just that. A lot more than just that. It has that campaign and survival mode, yes. You're controlling a hero, but you also have an army of troops that you lead to victory. You die, you adapt, you level up and get stronger, so it's got that roguelite element. Overall, it looks like it might be a hidden gem. Whether that would be the case, time will tell. Next is a game called Gestalt, Steam and Cinder. I think it's just Gestalt. And Gestalt, Steam and Cinder is inspired by 16 and 32-bit classics. It fuses fight tight 2D platforming and exhilarating combat with an engrossing twist-laden narrative in a stunningly handcrafted steampunk world. I agree with the stunningly handcrafted steampunk world. I'm really digging that art. Developed by Metamorphosis Games, published by Fireshine Games, releasing on the 21st of May 2024. There is a free demo on Steam, but the game will also be releasing on Humble GOG, and I even found info about Switch. I'm not sure if they still plan on Switch release or that's old info, but in either case, the game looks fun. Try the demo on Steam if it's your kind of side-scrolling Metroidvania game. Looks like it has plenty of character development and progression to keep you busy for quite some time. Next on the list is a game called Venture to the Vile. Developed by Studio Cut to Bits and published by Aniplex. Yes, that Aniplex, that company that deals with anime. You can download the free demo of the game on Steam, and apparently it will also be coming to PlayStation 5 and 4. Releasing on the 7th of May. Actually, no, never mind. The release date just changed. A few days ago, it was the 7th of May. That's why I put it here. But actually, now it's telling me 22nd of May. So they postponed it maybe by a couple of weeks. Dive into the strange town of Rainy Brook, taken over by the Vile. In this 2.5D Metroidvania, fight your way through treacherous terrain and defeat formidable bosses to absorb their powers. Will you save the town and find your missing friend, Ella? Or will you give in to the monster you've I'm assuming become, is what they wanted to write next. The game definitely looks pretty solid. Metroidvania 2.5D open world story rich title with dark themes and horror. So if it looks like your kind of game, you know what to do. You can wishlist for. You can definitely try the demo while it's still there, and hopefully it's to your liking, because I know this is not my kind of game, but many people out there might be looking just for that type of Metroidvania playstyle for their next title. Next is one of the games I'm extremely excited about from this list. Not sure if most excited about, but it's up there in my top for this video's games. BioWare Corp, who are famous for making anime-related RPGs, turn-based action, and so on. And I'm surprised that they're doing something like this. It's like a turn-based tactical RPG, but mixed in with some deck building, card pattern, roguelite elements. So not the typical game you would see from Acquire, which is refreshing. It combines roguelike style deck building with SRPGs to create an all new experience. Follow well as she leads the Clausewitz battalion into battle against not Fun, Paftania and the Helmut Brigade. Collect 100 different cards to build the strongest deck and fight enemies on a map. Definitely try out the demo. See if it's your kind of game. It's releasing on the 23rd of May 2024 on multiple platforms, which would be Steam, PlayStation 5, 4, and Switch. Visually, I'm really digging the art, both the pixel art and the 2D non-pixel cutscene art. So normally acquirer good at crafting fun stories. So story-wise, I'm doubting the game. It's just whether it will be your cup of tea. It's different than Acquire's the usual work, but it looks fun enough to be worth the try. If given the opportunity, I definitely wouldn't mind trying it myself as well. The next game on this list is called Zillions, and it's yet another very good-looking game. Amazingly stunning, thick outlines to the art. Developed by Otamon Studios or Otamon Studios, published by Raw Fury. Dead Zillions is a single-player roguelike deck builder where you use your cards to make freakish combinations and explode entire planets. Big bada boom. So if you want to try the game, I urge you to download the demo. It's free on Steam, and the game so far will be planning to release on Steam. Only a Steam release is known, but you never know. If it's successful, it could probably make its way to other platforms. It looks very good. I'm really digging the style. I'm really digging the execution of various things, including the special effects. So if it's your kind of game, try the demo, wishlist follow, and the 23rd of May is the release date you need to wait for. Next on the list is Rack and Slay, the roguelike dungeon crawler where you're a billiard ball. Push monster balls into holes or traps in randomly generated levels. Draft from a large variety of 100 plus items with stackable, game changing effects. Find combos to build your own synergies and customize your playstyle. Rack and Slay is definitely a unique dungeon crawler roguelite game developed by Voodoo Culture and published by Two Left Thumps, releasing on the 27th of May 2024. If it looks like your kind of game, you can try the free demo on Steam. The game will be releasing only on Steam, so keep that in mind. And yeah, you can wishlist follow and wait for the release. It doesn't seem like the game will be very expensive, so hopefully it doesn't get overpriced when it comes out. The next title on this list is called Eternal Exodus or Exodus. Eternal Exodus is a monster catching RPG set in the afterlife. Catch and fuse 150 unique demons as you journey to conquer hell itself. Developed and self-published by Fortsoft, the game it had a May 2024 release date just several hours ago, but now it just says 2024 on Steam. But the game apparently is planning an Epic release. It's also on the Epic Shop. And on the Epic Shop, it still has some sort of May 2024 title. So Steam says May, Epic says Steam says 2024. May 2024 is what we see in Epic. Which one would be the real one? Time will tell, but I think that Eternal Exodus is a title worth your attention. It looks cool, it looks nice. What type of a game it is? You're catching and fusing demons on your journey to conquer the afterlife of hell. But there's item crafting, equipment systems, mini games, massive world map, rewarding side quests, philosophical story, catchy soundtrack, and vibrant pixel art, as the developer is describing the game. If it sounds like your kind of game, wishlist follow on Epic or Steam, and hopefully, if it comes on May, it's good. But again, it may not be May when it releases, so keep that in mind.
To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, STRUCKTLF. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.